Hi friends, my name is Alexa and welcome back to my channel. I apologize for not making a video yesterday because I'm getting closer and closer to not being able to make videos because I'm still reading books for videos to be made, so it might be a little weird schedule. Probably won't be posting every Wednesday, at least not like, I think I might have 3 books I'm going to be posting every Wednesday right now, but there might be another pause in that. So, yeah. We're also approaching my second reading wrap-up, so that should be fun because I'm also reading more comics this time, so that should be good. Anyway, the book I'm going to talk about today is the second book in the Sins of the Zodiac book series by Caroline Peckham and Suzanne Valenti, titled Echo Fort. There will be spoilers as I will be going into the summary of these books, or not these books, but this book I will be going into. There's a lot happening in this book, I'll tell you what, like 3 pages full of notes that I took, so there'll be spoilers. So with that said, if you want to avoid spoilers, I will put a little timestamp in the description if you want to see my review and like overall rating of Echo Fort. And with that said, let's get started to the summary. Vesper made it back to Rathbane and wants to speak to Prince Dragor. She told him everything, basically, about Cade, the dragon, the vampires, and her sisters dying. Kaiser guided Ever out of the Reaper's quarters. The vampires fled. Galump is okay. Ever is still under Kaiser's control. He cleaned her wounds. She took note of how he was gently touching her as he was cleaning her. Also, his scent is cinder and oak. After Vesper was basically Cyclops interrogated, she was like being held in a dungeon with her hands above her head and like basically tortured, kinda. Or not kinda, but she was tortured by Dragor. Okay. He slapped Vesper and left her hanging and bleeding up there. But then he cut her down and basically brought her somewhere to get supplies and go on a mission to find the dragon. Prince Dragor still calls her a creature. He basically said no one can know that she is alive, and Dragor wants to go after the dragon, yeah. And Harlan is okay. Ever no longer has faith in the Reapers. The Cardinal Reaper appeared. His name is Solomon. He has the 4 elements. Ever followed Kaiser through his secret passage, and Kaiser spoke to the chained vampire. Lazarus is the vampire's name that's being held captive. Kaiser freed him, and Harlan informed Ever that Skyforgers are being interrogated. Vesper is at the Cavern of Lost Souls, where there's other people who use ether like she does, who our names are Moya and Typhon. The dragon's name is Bastion. Or Bastion. Well, I guess I'm just gonna call him Bastion because I kind of remember. Yeah, I'm just gonna call him Bastion. Kind of like Hollow Bastion in Kingdom Hearts. Anyway, is trying to find his way back home. He has a broken wing. And then back at the Neverkeep, they're learning animal bonding magic. Ever kicked Ransom's ass. They're also supposed to be like claiming mounts or like horses that they can ride into battle. Ever was trying to like claim a stallion or a mare. No, she was trying to claim a mare, and then apparently their piece of shit father brought them their own thing, horses, but he only gave Ransom a stallion and Ever a donkey, so that's when Ever kind of tries to beat him and try to claim the stallion for herself, but she claimed a donkey and his name is Godric. Kaiser and Ever viewed her fears via the Nightfire stuff. He saw her fear, and apparently Ever was able to free him from something that is blocking his emotions. And Harlan wants Ever to go to the Cardinal Reaper to, like, talk to him about what went down, even though it sounds like a terrible idea. Vesper is getting closer to finding the dragon. She saved Bastion from the machine creatures, and also they crash landed. Apparently Mavus is looking for something. And then Mavis heard Vesper's training, which seems a little odd to me because, like, almost everybody knows that she's dead because of the vampire attack, or, like, dead, but he doesn't know that she's alive, so I'm like, how does he know that? Mavis wants a skull from Vesper's room, and he wants Ever to get it because she wasn't able to give him the stock of weapons that she usually makes him, because Ransom took her shit, basically. Yeah, and so Vesper traverses her way over to Vesper's room, and, basically, we'll get to that later, but, Vesper helped Bastion back into his Fae form, and Bastion calls Vesper Little Witch, and Vesper calls him Monster of Mine, and he is now her prisoner. Apparently, Ever's order is a queen leopard. She found the skull in Vesper's room, and North and Kaiser showed up. Dragor also showed up to Vesper's room and took almost everything. While North and Kaiser and Ever were hiding because they were trying not to get caught by him. Then they followed Dragor, and he was destroying the place of their last battle, where, like, everybody uses, like, the Stardust stuff to, like, get transported to a new location. I don't know why my freaking face is itchy. Oh my god. And yeah, that seemed kind of odd, because why would he know about that? But, like, I don't know. It seems a little weird to me. Ever managed to get Mavis a skull, but also before Ever ran back to Mavis, they ran into Solomon. And then we go to Lady Septa, who has a degeneration disease, the bone, you know, like the bones, and is betrothed to Cade / Alistro? I don't know. Vesper's curse kept him from speaking. Ever saved Gollump from Ransom and Alina. Ever claimed Ransom's room and found her forged weapons. Vesper asked Bastion about his tattoo, which is the tower. What the hell? The tower. Ever and Harlan, Harlan pleasures her in the closet. And then, however, Ever doesn't want to break the friendship between the two of them, so she kind of, like, stops it from going further. Yeah. Apparently Vesper's mother is Cascadian, which is the same land where Ever comes from. So, possibly sisters. Perhaps her mother is the same. I don't know. Same mother, different father. Even though they don't look the same, but, you know. Vesper took food and clothes from the Flamebringers, then killed them. Kaiser received a letter from the matriarch. Kaiser's getting turned on whenever cursed him out. Okay. More of Kaiser's real personality, plus we see what happened to his family. Ever gently touches him too, like to kind of, you know, help him through this. Bastion and Vesper are being hunted by the other warriors of Pyro. Vesper made a deal with Bastion. Kaiser dealt with Ransom and his friends, then went to go get Ever. Agreed not to kill Gollump if she uses her power on him. Spies on her with Calciphine. speaking with the creature that resides in Everkeep. Well, they both are, but ooh. Apparently the creature is talking about the Hollowed Sovereign who goes by many names, and Ever is the Void. Septa has feelings for Earl Tarlord, and Septa and Cade don't have sex because it was supposed to be, they were supposed to do it after they got married, like consummate the wedding, consummate their marriage, but Cade wasn't. He was basically telling Septa to act like Vesper to help get his, excited, basically. And Septa was not having it at all. She was not. She deserves better. I'm just gonna say that. Solomon asked Ever what happened, and she didn't tell him anything. Apparently Bastion is 300 years old, or maybe 250 years old. However, Vesper said that's not possible because Fae only live until 100 years old. Bastion and Vesper visit a brothel and kind of pretend that there's someone, or I don't know. But there's also a comet that's supposed to can grant a wish of your choosing. Ransom and Ever worked together to pass their trial, and they both graduated. Oh, and Bastion has a dimple that makes Vesper swoon. But Vesper and Bastion putting on a show for Master Zaid? Anyway, Bastion, his new nickname for Vesper is Spectre, because he doesn't know her real name, so it's her nickname for Vesper. And someone is calling Vesper in the mine underneath the brothel. Glump and Ever will forever be friends. Time at Neverkeep is over. Harlan and Ever will remain as friends. Mavus offered Ever passage back home. Harlan protected Ever from Kaiser because he wants to bring her to the matriarch. Vesper freed the trapped ether. Apparently it's being directed somewhere else. That seems Vesper's a little confused about that one, and she also wanted to know what's going on. Got the comment, and Vesper gave Bastion a little piece. Now they're being hunted by Zaya. Anyway, everyone knows Vesper is now alive, and Kaiser beat Harland. Mavis's speech about war is making Ever think. Vesper allowed herself to get captured and save Bastion. Mavis gave Ever a battle stem. Apparently it made her happy and brought her back from the void. She told Mavis she is the void. Kaiser found her. She's getting turned on by him and she wants him. She also takes note of the stubble on his face, and she wants to know how it feels between her thighs is what she wants. Anyway. Ever doesn't like the atmosphere in Pyros because it seemed more happy, calm, because Vesper grew up thinking that Pyros was this vile place where people get punished and get hurt, and I don't know, her whole perspective on you hear rumors about someone or some place, but when you get there it's completely the opposite of what other people or what you've heard, you know what I mean? Anyway, Ever met the matriarch, whose name is Mirel, I hope, and I hope I spelled that right, or not spelled, I hope I pronounced it, and is now a prisoner. Vesper got captured. Vesper is immune to Kaiser's ability. Ransom saved an Avanis spy, and Dragor and Commander Rake team up. Ransom saved the spy because they were about to... Okay, trigger warning. Okay, they were about to brutally rape her. And so he basically interrupted them from doing that, and basically told the people who were about to do it that he would handle the punishment. And so I guess he saved, he gave her the spy a more honorable death, if that makes sense. Like, mercy is what he gave her by killing her from that fate. He saved her from that, fate like that. They form an alliance to invade Pyros and get Ever / the Void. Rake knows Ever is the Void. Rake was the one who butchered Kaiser's family. Kaiser was about to kill Ever, but he brought her to Vesper's cell. Vesper and Ever have a conversation. They catch up and all that. Vesper's teasing her about Kaiser. Ever talks about the entity that she met in Neverkeep, and they vow to get out of Pyros. Harlan found out Ever is the Void and Solomon wants her. Bastion is looking for his specter, fighting in a ring in front of the matriarch. Kaiser to use the Void, because everybody is invading Pyros. Everybody. Kaiser told Ever that the Skyforgers and Ring Carvers are working together, and found out Mavus sold her out. Bastion finds Vesper and they kiss. The Stonebreakers have entered the battle from the underground, and Kaiser manages to wield the Void within Ever. Gollum saved Ransom from going splat. Harlan has arrived. Vesper saves some kids from a flood. Vesper is going to save Ever from Kaiser. Ever and Vesper go separate ways, but call each other friends. Bastion telling the hard truth to Vesper about Dragor, that she's only being used as a weapon, basically. Harlan found Ever and tried to take her to Solomon against her will. Kaiser showed up and all hell broke loose. Vesper's curse ended once Bastion stepped on Stormfell land. He shifted and destroyed Echo Fort. Ever unleashed the Void and killed / freed Kaiser, ? Then went to her father's side. Kaiser's nickname for Ever means killer of mine. Ever is not happy she killed him. Dragor gave Vesper something to subdue Bastion, but Vesper betrayed Bastion and used the green gemstone to bind him. Kaiser is alive and has his emotions back, and he doesn't understand them, and the last thing that he thinks, or basically what he's thinking about right now, is thinking about Ever. And that's all that happened in Everfort, in Echo Fort. Infinity Star. I like how it seems that Ever is figuring out who she is and figuring out what her power entails and how people are so desperate to get something that could benefit them, and she's realizing that maybe it's not worth it. I don't know. I also seem to think that she's kind of developing feelings for Kaiser, I think maybe a little bit, even though she was under the influence of battle stems. She might be, because I don't know, because she's always so hell-bent on killing him because of what he did to her mother, but I feel like she now understands, I think she kind of understands, I don't know, I guess an eye for an eye type of mentality. I don't even think Kaiser knew who her mom was or whoever was at the time, because it's he was looking for Commander Rake because he was the one that killed his entire family, and I don't know. I think she's more understanding of Kaiser now, or where he comes from, but I don't know. Things we'll see, or things will tell. I don't know. But she also seemed upset that for somebody so hell-bent on killing him, that she seemed kind of sad. She was trying to save him even at the end as he was falling off of a cliff. She tried to reach for him, but I don't know. As for Harlan, I think he's he needs to figure himself out. I think he's loyal to two people, and he needs to figure out who he really wants to be loyal to. Also, Ever's trying to make him think of why Solomon would want her, because she is the Void, and Solomon, the Cardinal Reaper, was the one who's yeah, you have to get her so we can supposedly keep her safe. And how do we not know you're going to use her for your own purposes, you know? But Harlan doesn't question it. He's like, yeah, I'll get her for you. But I don't know. I think he needs to figure himself out. I don't know. Or like figure out who he wants to be loyal to, where his loyalty lies in that retrospect. Ransom was surprising that he redeemed himself in this book a little bit. He seemed very more protective of ever. He's like getting there, like he's worried for her safety. I think he wants to see her, you know, overcome, or like get stronger minute by minute. I think her beating him in a fight was really what set him on, to be like, oh, okay, you are getting stronger than me. I don't know. And also him protecting that one Stonebreaker woman from the fate that she could have been subjected to, as much as it sucks that he had to kill her, but I think that would be the only way to free her, if you know what I mean, because the people who were there, who were about to, you know, sexually assault her knew that he was in the room, so it would be weird to not see her body, if that makes sense. Like, they'll get an idea that, oh, he was the one who let her go, and he's like a traitor to, you know, our people or whatever. But also, Commander Rake is a piece of crap. Like, what the hell? He goes around saying, oh, well, they're the enemy, so they should be treated as less, but I don't know. I hope Commander Rake dies. Same as Prince Dragor. I'm tired of him calling Vesper a creature. She's a human being. She's this badass woman who needs to be respected, or she deserves respect, and I think Vesper's just stuck in this constant loop of trying to earn her place, but she's being used mostly as a weapon, and she knows she's being treated as a weapon, but I don't know. I think she's just afraid. You know, she like hides behind this attitude of I don't know, like not afraid, like stoic kind of, like I don't know. But Bastion is trying to get into her that we can just run away, we can find somewhere else where no one else can find us, but in the end she betrays him by shoving those green gems into his neck like the first time they met, and it pains her to do it, but I don't know. Also Mavus is getting a little suspicious to me, like he knows more than he's letting on, but like I get the whole thing of him trying to talk to Ever about like what is the point in war, you know what I mean, like showing her all the dead bodies strewn about and like people pillaging the bodies, trying to get like different stuff for them from the bodies to sell or whatever they need to do with them. And the whole point of Mavis going into, well, is just an infinite cycle of killing, and like what's the point, what do you gain from it? And that's a total other topic for another day about war and what the price is for war and like what is the point, because I don't know if there's a point, because there is no point, because the only people who benefit from it are the people in charge, but let's not. Anyway, that's another topic for another day about going into all that war nonsense. Anyways, I'm excited to read the third one, though I'll probably take a little break for now, because next time I'm going to be talking about the next book in the Hurricane Wars trilogy called Monsoon Rising, where I'm going to be seeing Alric and Taliesin again and see what they've been up to. So there will be a video after this one, after this Wednesday, next Wednesday. The 1st of June, no, sometime in June, whatever Wednesday that falls on, because I know this might be the last week of May. Yes. Anyway, let me know what you guys thought of Echo Fort, if you've read it or not. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. And also Kaiser regaining his emotions, and like he's basically confused on what the hell is going on because he's feeling all these things. Because Ever used the void on him, so now he has his emotions back. So let's see what the catalyst is going to happen after that one. But anyway, let me know what you guys thought of Echo Fort, if you've read it or not. What do you guys think might happen now? Other than that, if you want to see more videos from me, please check out the other videos I have either on my channel or on the playlist linked in the description. If you like this video, please leave a like, and if you want to see more from me, please subscribe. And until next time, bye friends.